Okay, so now let's dive into case law. So I'm reminded of our research goals, and we now can refine the issue because we have found the statutory language. So that will help us have focus as we're looking for case law. Okay, so I came back up here to our issue area, and I refined the issue. So one issue is, does Hey Prof comment or criticize a subject sufficiently to make it a fair use? And that comes right from the statutory language, one of the elements at issue there. And then on balance, which do the four factors, weigh in support of, or which I need to fix the grammar here, but you get the idea. Do the four factors support a finding that Hey Prof is a fair use of Hey Jude? I'm also going to paste here the elements because those are definitely the controlling rules. Now we may find more in case law and we'll add them here. But for now, we're definitely going to need these here. Okay, so case law, we need to find 2 to 4 cases per issue. So I'll go back down here to our case law issue. So binding authority, we already talked about this. We have the Eastern District of Michigan, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, and SCOTUS cases. Those would all be binding. The others would be persuasive. For federal cases, if we ever need the page number, we'll look for 1 star, okay? And for finding case law, this presupposes that we've already looked at secondary authority. So we're going to go look at secondary authority before we do any of these things here, okay? So let's go back to our Nimmer treatise. And I'm going to go back to the table of contents. So under this section of fair use, this caught my eye here, satire, burlesque, and parody, because a lot of what we're doing here is we're making satire. Our client was making satire on what it feels like to be in a law school and that anxiety of being called on. So I'm going to read these sections here to see what it says about this type of fair use. Okay, so as we jump into this, I just paused the video and read for about 15 minutes. As I'm looking at this section, this fair use section, and this focus on parody, and I started reading there, I'm really starting to feel like, okay, this is the kind of the slog of research. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for however long it takes. It might be a couple of hours, but what I'm doing is I'm reading the cases that are in this section. So that's going to be this Google versus Oracle one that we talked about. This is also going to be, there's a whole bunch of cases that this court cites in here this treatise cites for satire and parody and burlesque. So I'm going to take some time to read those and make sense of those. And what I'm looking for would be cases that deal with a song and some kind of comment or criticism. So that would be, satire or parody. And I'm also looking to see how they then apply the 4 factors or balance those 4 factors with a song where some of the music has been taken. Okay, so I'm looking for factually similar case law. That's 4.9 in research the law, and it's going to take me some time to do that. So after I do that, I'll then in the next video show you kind of what cases I found, how I found them, and how I started to make sense of them.